Welcome back to the Global Local, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to come hang out with me. For the guys that are new to my channel, welcome aboard, bros, man. I hope you guys get something out of today's video. And for the guys that's been with me for a while, as always, man, how are you guys doing? I really hope you're doing well. I hope your families are doing good as well. Now, I'm back on the road like always, and I do want to talk about today's topic while I'm out here. And this topic is love, ego, and empty pockets. All right, how money can make you feel like a king until you're sleeping in a doghouse. Let's just keep it a buck, okay? Now, a few weeks ago, I ran into a fellow expat out here while I was walking my dog, Mr. Chitted out here. And, a pretty nice guy, I'm not going to lie. He's new to the Philippines, wide eyes, fresh off the plane energy, you know what I mean? And he's already talking about how he's going to build his new house for his new wife. He said that they were married for like, a year and a half. And he's, beaming. He like ready, man. I'm finna go do all these great things and stuff like that. And, he's never met anybody like her. The new expat story. My dog even gave him a look. I'm not gonna even lie. It's like a slow blink, like the slow blinking thing, kind of like, are you sure about this, bro? And it's not to put a stain on his relationship. If it's a great relationship, I'm truly happy for him. Hope everything goes well for him and stuff like that. But here's the thing, man. Money in the Philippines can boost your ego, but it's also going to drain your wallet. And, when you mix that up with love, it gets even worse. All right. It's almost like a bad decision becomes destiny. When expats arrive to the Philippines, they quickly realize that their money stretches far out here. All of us experience this. All right. And, a decent retirement check or pension or even a remote job income, that can get you on some beachside apartments or, a nice scooter and a beautiful partner to go along with you so you can get you guys some mango shakes and have a good day. All right. But the problem starts when you confuse financial power with emotional security. And, just because you can spend big doesn't mean that you should, especially not on people or promises or property you barely understand. Now, I understand the guy's getting married. Well, he is married, you know what I mean? And that's a good thing. I'm not against any of that, but you still have to watch out for a few things while you're going through that process. Now, a lot of us vloggers, we do go over a lot of scenarios and things that could play out should things go south for you. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she's scamming you. I'm not even saying that she's using you. All I'm saying is that a year and a half is not enough time to invest your life savings in a country that, or a place anywhere in this world that you really can't even legally own land. You're a foreigner out here. Anything that you sign over is going to go on her name. Your name is not going to be on the title. So you need to be invested in your relationship 100%. And I mean like long term. All right. You're investing in a relationship, not an asset. If things go bad and, the house goes away and you're not in it. All right. The battle drags on. And then you're already at a complete disadvantage out here. You're in the Philippines. You're a foreigner. All the laws are catered towards them, especially when you're dealing with property. Now, we can own condos and stuff like that, but even then, you still have your hiccups. Love is great, man. It's beautiful when it's real, but honestly, it should not be a down payment. Not until it's proven anyway. Not until you've, weathered the storm. You've been through all the hard stuff, the disagreements, the financial stresses, cultural misunderstandings, maybe a few family drama episodes where you got to put your dukes up a little bit or whatnot. Have you stood the test of time? Is this person someone that you can build with? Is this person somebody that, you throw a couple punches and they out, they knocked out, they out of there? Because if you end up with one of those, man, you lost everything that you invested in. There's guys that are out here right now that are totally invested into their relationship, but they built that foundation with that person. They've been in the game 20 years plus, 15 years, 10 years plus. You know what I mean? Some of these guys, 30 years plus with their relationship, but they've been through the test. They know the culture enough to make it work in their relationship. A year and a half is not enough time to sort out all the do's and don'ts with this person. And by you making big purchases like this, in the process of you making this purchase, everything is going to be good. I guarantee it. Because you're coming out of your pocket, paying everything that needs to be paid for to make this dream come true for this person. Then once the payments are done, once the house is built, everything is established, all the family members start moving into your house and all kinds of other things like that, that's when the disruption is going to start. Then the friction is going to start building up and, again, pressure bust pipes. You're going to be in for a whirlwind awakening. You're going to be upset. Your pockets are going to be drained, all because she boosted your ego. The family boosted your ego. Your environment boosted your ego and drained your wallet in the process. Now again, I'm not against you. I'm not against the marriage. If that's what you guys like to do, listen, I encourage it. I've been married 20 years myself. You feel what I'm saying? But there's nuances that go into that. So if you're gonna go all in, let me ask you a question: do you really know about her family, her culture, and her values? Because let me tell you something, Philippines, they have more than one culture. They have more than one language. Everybody thinks it's the same thing, but it's not. It's completely different. You got Tagalog, you got Visaya, you got Ilocano, you got so many different things that are out here, and each one has their own set of cultural ideas that go along with the Philippine tradition. All right, many guys are marrying women they haven't even visited. They haven't even visited the province where they at. You know, some guys are getting married online. Things like that, man. You really need to spend time with this person before you start investing in certain things. If the relationship goes south, what are you left with, bro? You might not even get the dog. If you buy a dog, are you investing in the future? Or are you trying to buy one? Figure it out. If you're buying a home to prove your love, you're already losing. Real love doesn't require proof on concrete and rebar. If you wouldn't do this for a woman in your home country that you just barely met, then why would you fly 8,000 miles to do the same thing? You have to ask yourself serious questions. Marriage is serious out here, and it's kind of hard to get divorced out here. Now, I know America, in Western countries, we have divorce, but out here in the Philippines, they don't have divorce, so it's going to be a little bit more tricky. You might have to pay for it twice, an annulment twice, and an annulment can be more expensive than the actual divorces from your home country. So it's a lot of things that you got to take into consideration. All right, getting married to somebody is a journey. And at the end of the journey, that's when the rewards start to show themselves. In the beginning, you guys are showing you guys each other's worth. When I talk to my boys, I tell them there's 3 levels of a relationship. You have your girlfriend. That person is still your friend. So when that person does something out the box, all right, cool, go about your way, man. We still cool. You just a girl and you my friend. We trying to figure each other out. Once you get past the girlfriend stage and you're like, okay, I think I can build with this person. Let me try something. Then you go into the fiance stage. Now this person is committed. She's fully invested. She's like, okay. So to see if that fiance is going to be committed to you throughout the duration of your fiance stage. Once you got a warm and fuzzy feeling in your chest that says, yeah, this person is the one for me, then you step into marriage. And then from marriage, that's where the journey begins. It doesn't start as girlfriend and boyfriend. It starts when the marriage is actually consummated. Everything is already done. All right. And from there, you start the building process of your relationship. That don't mean go out here and build a whole bunch of houses. You have to learn this person even more, because this is your life person. This is your life partner at this point. And if you don't make it through life, why does she or he deserve your life rewards? Pride, ego, and that sneaky thing called fantasy. That'll get you in trouble out here. All right? That's the part that nobody likes to admit. The boost you feel when you spend your money isn't just love. It's ego. In a lot of ways. It's that feeling that makes you like, yeah, I'm the man. Because she's going to make you feel like you the man. All right? When you run out of money, when everything goes south, you're not the man no more. She's looking at the next man in a lot of cases. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of women, they do stick to their man. A lot of women are loyal to their man. And if you got one of those, man, you are truly blessed. Treat her right. Treat her well. Make sure she has everything that she needs to make sure that your life is okay. Because when I look at a relationship, in my personal experience, I look at an Egyptian pharaoh, how he's standing there with his staff. And that woman is right behind him with one arm behind him and her head next to his ear, telling him that I support you and I'm in your ear to help guide you. But you are the king. You are the one that's making the decisions. And when you got a woman like that, you stand by her. All right. But you're not going to figure that out until you go through the test of time with her. When bad things go bad, when she's mad or she leaves, the whole family turns cold against you. That ego flips. Suddenly, you're the guy sleeping in a rented apartment again, wondering how you became a walking ATM with no PIN number. If you want to start building a house out here, my highest recommendation is give it some time, 3 to 5 years in a relationship. That'll reveal everything you need to know in most cases, not just the honeymoon version of her. All right. The full life hits when the fan and the bullshit starts to pile up on you. When the fan stops working and you can't pay for the fan, yeah, that's when everything piles up on you, man. It's hot in there now. And if you can cool it off when it's hot, maybe you got a winner on you. Maybe you have a winner. All right. I think you should rent a house. I think you should rent an apartment before you start building anything. Really test this relationship in real world conditions before putting a rooftop on it that you can't even own. All right. Put some assets in your name where it's possible. Go find somewhere in your home country. Put some assets in your name. Get things in your name before you do anything for her. Because you're not out here for her. You're out here for y'all both together. But how are you okay if you don't make yourself okay and you just make her okay? All right. Keeping financial decisions separate from emotional ones, man, you are being smart at that point. Falling in love in the Philippines is one of the most incredible things that a lot of guys go through. A lot of these guys, they really found happiness in here, and I see them out here. They're really happy out here, and building a life that, with her is a beautiful thing. I see that. All right. But it takes more than love. It takes wisdom, patience, and humility. All right. If you truly found the one, she'll be there for you after the storms, the quiet days, and even the moments when money isn't flowing. All right. You can't buy San Miguel beer now, and she gonna help you out. She don't mind going 50-50 with you when you down, if she can. And even if she can't, she not gonna just abandon you because you're trying to figure it out. All right. If you have one of those, man, keep her, like I said, man. But if she starts showing cracks in the wall, when the smallest minute thing goes, she start giving you this freaking attitude and acting all crazy, talking out of her neck and all that, man, you probably want to walk away. All right. Take your wallet and make sure you take your dog and you get the hell on. All right. That's all that I have for you guys on this one. If you guys have any questions of me, please let me know in the comments section. I'll do the best that I can to answer your questions. As always, please love yourself, man. I'm telling you sincerely. Please love yourself. It's very important, especially when you're traveling outside of your home country. And even if you are in your home country, you can't make it away and do better for yourself if you don't love yourself. All right? Until next time, holla at your boy. Peace out, bros.